Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. We love when you're here. We love when we're all connected all around the world. All the Lovities are watching. Yes, our viewers are called Lovities. Why do you ask? If you're the very first time watcher, we welcome you. And you're saying, why is he saying Lovity? Well, because last year, at the height of the summer, I said that the show had a lot of light, love, and levity. When I said light, love, and levity, I said it a little too fast, and out popped the word lovity. So the audience fell in love with it. The audience said, guess what? We are now your lovities. We are part of your lovity squad. So you're watching right now. We're on live worldwide with an incredible audience from the United States, Canada, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, New Zealand, at all points up and down and left and right. And we thank you very much for making us a part of your day. We welcome everybody to the Jim Masters Show Live. We say hello to all the Lovities that are watching. That's our Lovity squad, real dedicated viewers who are watching. And today on the show, we've got an amazing artist, a true talent, legend in the industry, actually. T-Bear is with us. Yes, singer, songwriter, keyboardist extraordinaire. He's played with some of the greats in the music industry. We're really excited to have him here. And also, while you're watching, don't forget to give this episode a thumbs up on our YouTube channel. We would love that. Give it some of our famous JMS Lovity. Give it a thumbs up. Like it for us. And also leave a comment for us as well. We would love that. And while you're there, if you haven't, we'd love it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. That would be awesome. We would love that as well. That helps us big time. And so many of you have done it. We thank you very much. Whether you're watching us live right now or you're watching this in the archives, we appreciate that. Share that JMS Lovity as well. Oh, when you subscribe to the YouTube channel, don't forget to click the notification bell. That way there you'll be notified when we have our episodes so you can participate and you'll never miss out. Also share that JMS Lovity and post the links on your social media. Share everything you know about our show with everybody. Enjoy the super chat, super emojis, super stickers, super thanks that are available in our chat section when the show is live. That helps support the show. Many of you have been doing that as well. All right, let's dive in already with some of our viewers. And T-Bear is going to be with us in just a second. He's right there by the keyboards. Jim, is this, yeah, well, look at that question. I will ask him. I know the answer actually, but I will ask him that question. Absolutely, my friend. Jen Barry in Pennsylvania. Good to see you. I hope your day's going well. Howdy to Toby. Toby is watching in Encino, California. Toby, good to have you here as well. And you're saying hello to T-Bear as well. And you've been sharing the links. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Toby. Really, really cool of you to do that. Thank you so very much. Linda is watching in Florida, in St. Augustine. She says, good evening, Mr. Lovity. Good evening, Lovities. Awesome. I love it. And good evening, morning, Lovities. And yes, Toby, good to see you as well. Sherry, I like that. Good evening, morning, good afternoon, because people watch this all different times of the day. So it could be morning, afternoon, evening, whenever everybody's watching it. Sherry Larson's in Kansas. And Toby already answered the question for Jen before we did. So there's your answer. Yes. Your answer to that question, Jen, is a yes. It's the same T-Bear or Richard T-Bear. Yes, you probably knew him from originally. Absolutely. And let's check in with some more of the Lovities who are watching here live on the show. Let's see. Alessandra says, welcome to Lovity Hall, to T-Bear. And Anne says, hi, Jim and everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. We sure are. Anne is watching in Jacksonville, Florida. We love that. Christine Clifton is checking in. She's here. Greetings, Jim and Lovity friends. Welcome, Richard T-Bear, to Lovity Hall tonight. Thrilled to have T-Bear with us this evening. Absolutely. Jane is reporting for duty, and she says it's 2:11 a.m. where she watches live from Sweden. We love that. Good to see you as well. And let's see. Let's check in with some more. Got some thumbs up coming in from Merlin in Ontario, Canada, which we love. Kathleen Walker's here. Hey, Jim. Hope you had a good day. Absolutely busy day. Hi, everyone. Hope you are all well. Absolutely. We're actually, right after this show, we're headed right back to Eastern Long Island to visit our friends and family who are still visiting up north as we continue our family gathering and celebration this weekend. We're heading tonight through the weekend. But we have shows on tap for you too. We've got Adam B. Shapiro tomorrow. He's an amazing actor and singer who was in Fiddler on the Roof. And we have country pop star and singer live from London, England, Olivia Lynn on Saturday. Really cool. Let me tell you that, do you know that Leave It to Beavers, Jerry Mathers, Beavers, coming on our show as well? Yes, he's coming on us. Did you know that Tim Conway, comedy legend Tim Conway's daughter, who just wrote a fantastic book, My Dad is Funnier Than Yours, all about her life with her dad, Tim Conway, from the Carol Burnett Show and more, is coming on a week from today, and so much more. Toby says, I hope T-Bear's cats and kittens chime in. Yes, you guys love when the pets end up sort of interrupting the flow. And it's great. We love when the pets climb on to the pianos or onto the guest's lap. All of that, the kids, the children, it all happens live and we love it. Don't get us started on food because then things really get a little crazy. Hi, everyone, and Jim from Jane in Sweden. Alessandra says, hello, Jim and Lovities. We love it. Toby says, fasten your seatbelt, folks. Absolutely. Lovity hugs from Linda. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see a couple more coming in here because they do go by so fast. We try to get to as many as we can. It looks like Kathy Short is here as well. Again, they scroll so quickly. Good evening, Jim and Lovity. So nice to see everyone tonight. Good to see you, Kathy, watching in Cleveland. Jen welcoming T-Bear as well, as is Merlin, joining us here on the show from Ontario, Canada. I believe Maureen is here as well. Yes, she's there. From Arizona. Hello, my dear friends. How is everyone? Good. How is Sherry's eye doing? I hope Sherry's eye is doing well as well. And good to see you, Maureen, in Arizona. Crystal is watching in Connecticut. Hi, Jim and Lovities. Happy Thursday. I hope you had a fantastic day. Looking forward to an exciting show with amazing music, inspiring conversation, and that famous JMS Lovity. You got it. That's coming right up, my friend. And everybody that is here watching live, let's see. Oh, cool. Thomas Martin is here. Hello from Louisiana, Richard and Jim. Good to see you, Thomas. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show live. And Mona is here as well. Good to see Mona. Good to see you, Mona. I see you're chiming in as well, Mona. Mona is also here from Louisiana as well. Mona, I see all of the hellos that Mona's posting. I love it. And here's one here from Mona. Good to see you, Mona. I know you guys had a tough time with those hurricanes that came through the south there, Louisiana. And you're probably still cleaning up a little bit there, but it's so nice to see you tonight. Hi, Jim, and welcome, T-Bear. Hello, Lovities. Hope all had a great Thursday. I'm still using those spices and rubs that you sent me. We have a little bit left. I use them for everything. Those Cajun spices you sent to me as a gift. Those are good. If you're going to get those, get them from Louisiana. My cousin Adrian comes from Louisiana. He married my cousin Susie, and they live up in Massachusetts. And Mona wants to know where Thomas, what part of Louisiana Thomas is from. Really cool. And hello, Toby. This is going to be cool as well. Good and cool. You got it. Thanks for all the comments, folks. We're so excited to have T-Bear here. He's a brilliant singer, songwriter, keyboardist extraordinaire. He loves what he does. He's been doing it for a long time, gang, and we're very excited to have him here. Let me tell you a little bit about him first. We always like to just give you a little backstory just in case you guys are not as familiar. He's responsible for a lot of incredible music over the years. Now, after a self-imposed hiatus that lasted, believe it or not, nearly 3 decades, T-Bear, aka Richard T-Bear, has returned with a striking new release, Fresh Bear Tracks, his first studio album in 25 years. But his distinctive singer and talented keyboard player prowess is extraordinary. He boasts a career that spans more than 40 years, one that led to a string of noted solo albums and collaborations with many iconic artists: Crosby, Stills, and Nash, the Blues Brothers, Billy Squier, the incredible Richie Havens, who we miss greatly, Cher, as well as Gene Simmons and Peter Criss of Kiss, to name just a few. He's performed on stages worldwide and collaborated with such artists as Dave Mason, Jeff Beck, Odetta, Doobie Brothers as well. It's really fantastic to have him here. And the comments that have been coming in are quite exciting. We are very honored to have him here, and won't you join me in welcoming him live and direct from his home studio, our great friend T-Bear. And again, keep those comments coming in, folks. We love it. You guys are really on fire with the comments. Just keep that flowing our way, and we'll take a look at all of them. T-Bear, welcome to the show, my friend. It's good to have you with us.
I'm one of the Lovities, so I'm
You're
here.
a Lovity.
That's right.
We always say there's Grammys and Tonys, Tellys, Peabodys, there's Oscars, there's Emmys, there's all these cool things you can get. But when you get a Lovity on the Jim Master Show live, how cool is that?
So cool, Jim.
So the Lovity wave has come, and Toby is here. She says, we love T-Bear. And Kathleen says, welcome, T-Bear. And Sherry Larson in Kansas, welcome. Richard, Crystal in Connecticut, welcome to T-Bear. Welcome to Lovity Hall. Just a few of the Lovities in here.
I was just thinking, Jim, that next time I go see a buddy of mine who plays drums, guy by the name of Ringo, whose motto, for the last 30 years, peace and lovities.
Your sound is breaking up a little bit.
Okay, let's see what we can do to improve that.
Yeah.
How about now?
Much better, much better. Okay. The only part I got, which was a good part, was the word or the name Ringo. So yeah. we must have you repeat that, Lovity and Ringo.
What I was thinking is, he said he's always peace and love. That's his motto.
That's what we're about. Yeah.
I thought what we could do next time I see him is when he says peace and love to me, I'll, just say peace and lovities. And then he'll say, what's that mean? And I'll have to explain it to him. And maybe he'll be able to, watch the show and become a lover.
And he said, we will dust off the guest chair too, of course, anytime he wants to pop in. It's very interesting. They're noticing that we just about matched tonight. You got the memo about the color shirt to wear, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I'm wearing it, to be honest with you, because, my baseball team, the Dodgers, I bleed blue this time of year. And, that's just the way it is. Yes,
of course. My New York Mets, they came and went. They hung on for a bit, but they came and went. All the money that they spent on that team and all the excitement and everything. And Kathleen Walker knows. She's one of our dear friends, and she watches our show, and she works with the New York Mets. So she knows some of the anguish that we have been dealing with for a long time.
I was born in New York City. I was born in Manhattan.
That's right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I grew up in Yonkers, and which was right up the street from Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
So I used to go to Yankee games, but then Mets started.
Yeah. Replacing the Brooklyn Dodgers when they left. Yeah.
They stole my heart. So I used to go out there and, and watch Tom Seaver, Darryl Strawberry, and,
Ed Kranepool and Felix Rian and
all those guys,
Yes. So Rusty Staub.
I became a Met fanatic, and I love the Mets. But now that I've been, now that I've 20 years now in LA, I've kind of gone to bleed blue. Well, it's great to be on your show.
It's great to be on your show. So you're Yonkers and I'm Long Island. Yeah. The only thing we had in between us was Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and the Bronx. When did you leave New York to head out west, T-Bear?
I did that in the 70s is when I first came out west, because I was working with Carly Simon at the time. Yeah. And I was on tour with her for a little while, and we wound up in LA and in California, and I got such a great vibe out of California that I started hanging out with bands and got to know some bands of that stature. Became really good friends with Stephen Stills, who brought me into the Crosby, Stills and Nash family, and started writing songs with him. Went in the studio with him, played a song called Southern Cross, which was one of their
sure.
So I played on that with them. And then Stephen and I became really, really close friends, and I lived at his house for a while and joined his band and went out with him on the road. We'd write together. And in fact, a song on the new album called Fresh Bear Tracks, I'll shamelessly promote it right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is.
Yeah, we see it. It looks good.
Fresh Bear Tracks.
Congratulations on that too. I know that was really a labor of love for you to put that together, Hunty Bear.
Yeah, there's a song on it called Give It Up, and it went to #1 in the Netherlands. So
wow.
That's #1 in the Netherlands. And you have people from all over the world,
We do.
Somebody just is on the show in Sweden. I remember living in Bromma, Sweden for a while, recording there for CBS. I lived in Hamburg, Munich, London, Paris. I've got
all over. Yeah,
I traveled.
Folks are watching also right now from Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Canada, Ireland, Greece, Japan, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Portugal, and New York, LA, Chicago, all in between as well. It's kind of cool. So you had a lot of travel, huh? You enjoy traveling?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of sunglasses, put on my my little regular glasses now.
Jen Barry, cool. Jen Barry says congratulations too, and they're talking about Mona's in Louisiana, how she always loved Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Saw them in concert at a jazz festival in New Orleans as well. Thumbs up from Jane in Sweden when you mentioned Sweden, where it's like almost 3 a.m, and she's here every night. She stays up, watches the show live. Now she could easily watch this, later in the archives, but she wants to be here when it's live to participate. And oftentimes, by the time we're done, it's only an hour between when we end and when she has to go to work at the airport. That's dedication. That's levity.
That's love. That's true love.
That is true love. So you were mentioning Carly Simon, and I mean, these are fantastic folks you've had an opportunity to work with over the years. What was the first entree into that? What was the first break that you had, and did that happen in LA or did that happen earlier for you in New York? And growing up in New York, what were the inspirations to go into music for you? Did you a musical family?
No, not really a musical family. My father was a manufacturer of brassieres, and I thought to myself, let's see, brassieres, they're sexy, but I'm 13, so it's not gonna, and I wouldn't wear them well. So I got a keyboard from my parents down at a place called Manny's Music, and I put a band together and started playing. And by the time I was 16, I got pretty good at it. And by the time I was like 17 or 18, I was going into the city, working at Manny's Music. I got a job there. And then going to some of the clubs that were around there. I remember at probably the age of 20 or 21, was in a club in New York City where they had open mic night. We used to go around the Village, and they had open mic nights there at a bunch of places in the Village. And this particular club, though, was on the Upper East Side, and it was called Dr. Generosity's. And it was on 73rd and 2nd. And they had an open mic night there. And I remember there was a guy that came in with 2 artists that he represented, a guy called Al Bonetta, and the 2 artists that he brought in was somebody called John Prine.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
We just lost him not that long ago. Yeah.
And I listened to those guys playing and their songwriting, and I said, wow, their songwriting's just out of this world. I want to write songs like that. And so what I did was, I started writing songs and hanging out at these clubs. And Richie Havens was introduced to me by a singer called Odetta.
Yes, sure.
And Odetta was teaching me how to sing, and I was teaching her how to play piano, and we had a really good relationship. And Richie Havens really liked me, and he said, "Hey, I'm in the studio tonight. Why don't you come to the studio?" And he gave me the address, and I went to the studio, and I ended up playing on his Mixed Bag 2 album. And there were a lot of great musicians that were session musicians playing on that record, and they liked me. I was this young kid with balls and pizzazz, and I wasn't afraid to speak up, and I didn't know better. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you had that New York energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up playing in his band, and then there was a band at the time called the Young Rascals.
Oh yeah, sure.
They had broken up and they were forming another band. They asked me to be in that band, so I joined them, and I got schooled in the right ways of playing. I did a lot of jingles back in those days.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
That was a great thing to be in, wasn't it? I mean, the work
it was amazing.
Constant. Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever work with the Ron Hicklin singers from Dallas?
No, I never did.
They had a lot of the jingle groups too that would come in, and they were, with being a session musician, session singers that would just come in, and whatever it was, that's what they were singing. Cool stuff.
Hot dogs, baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Kawasaki lets the good times roll. This Coke's for you. All kinds of stuff.
This Coke's for you. Yeah, I remember all those. Yeah.
I remember, like, I'm at the piano here, so.
Yeah.
If you got the time, we got the beer.
That's right. Miller time. Yes. Wow.
That kind of launched me, and then I wanted to get a record.
That's a pretty good launch.
I wanted to get a record deal, so I put a band together, started playing, and little by little, I got noticed. And because I was playing on hits, and because I was playing with well-known people, I had credibility. And
yeah, sure.
And it was after paying a lot of dues. I got to be honest with you. And I did a lot of playing and a lot of ghostwriting and things with Gene Simmons and some of their they managed Billy Squier for a time. He was in a band called Piper, and he hadn't had his solo album yet. And so it all kind of one step up, one step forward, 2 steps back, but it was always moving forward.
Yeah.
And, I got a record deal with RCA, and I put out an album called Red Hot and Blue, and was really lucky to have a big dance hit on that record called Sunshine Hotel.
Yes.
And Sunshine Hotel is actually still being played in the discos around the world.
Yeah.
And people have still sampled it. And it went number 4 in the world, and it was good. It was good for me, and little by little, I got noticed, and one thing led to another, and I had a career. And then I got married. I had kids. I cleaned up my act and kept it home. I didn't take it on the road, and raised my kids for a long time, and kind of put music on the back burner. And
was that tough to do because you have such a thirst and love for it?
It was really, really hard, but I had a very a German Norwegian wife who knew exactly what I was going to do, and we stayed. I put in 20 good years. And we ended up getting divorced. We're friends today.
Yeah.
getting divorced because, you know, I there's times when things just change.
Yeah.
And I met a woman by the name of Nina, and the story goes like this, Jim. I met her. She was going to school. She went back to school as an adult to get her college degree. She'd come home at night, work on her homework. I'd come over to her place. I had a place not far from hers. I'd come over after dinner. I'd watch her do her homework, and she had a piano right next to where she was doing homework. And I started writing songs and started playing things. And she said, "You know, that song's really, really good. I really like the melody. It's got a really good hook." She goes, "You know, it's time for you to start making music again. It's time for you to put a band together, go out, play some live gigs. You know, maybe write some songs, go back in the studio." So what happened was I put a band together, a band here in LA called Route 66, ROOT 66,
Mm-hmm.
Key Baron Route 66, and we played a residency in a place called the Write Off Room, which was to me the best live club in LA, and it was fabulous. And I went in the studio. I did some sessions over at Robbie Krieger's studio. Robbie Krieger's the guitar player in the Doors. And Robbie said to me, "You know, why don't you come in here and start cutting your own stuff here? You know, I'll give you the studio." And so, based on the fact that he gave me the studio, he said, "Just pay the engineer. You know, I'll give you the studio." And everybody went, "Hey, you're going to make records again?" I said, "Yeah." So, you know, 25 of the best, you know, studio players in LA showed up, and for the next 3 years, I cut 21 tracks, original songs, out of 23, 2 covers. And, you know, unfortunately, about the time when we were finishing the record, just before we had another couple of tracks to do, Nina was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4, terminal, and they only gave her months to live. And she ended up living over a year. And, you know, I took care of her, and we were married at the time. You know, we got married. And, you know, she said to me, she wrote me this beautiful letter 2 weeks before she passed. It was my birthday. She said, "I can't go out and buy you anything, but here's something I want you to keep." And the letter went like this: "Never cancel another gig. Try to be happy every day in your life. Finish the record. Go out on tour and fall in love again." So that was a beautiful menu for my life. And I got to tell you, it's, you know, I take it to heart. So I dedicate this record, Fresh Bear Tracks, to her. And the last song on the record is that song that she heard me start when she was doing her homework. It's called Nina's Song Today. And the record ends with that song, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song to somebody. It's a song that you would want anybody in your life, no matter whether it's your lover, your partner, your family member, someone to hear. So you know, we did that. I did that, and you know, the album's dedicated to her. It came out. We had to wait a little while because of COVID, but it came out this year. And it's gotten fabulous, fabulous reviews. 5-star over on Amazon, and 4 and 5 stars in all the, you know, the music magazines and the trade magazines, and all the critics have been very, very nice to it. I just did a wonderful interview with the Grammy Museum, and every week, let me just grab a little ginger ale here. I was out taking a walk earlier, and it was kind of windy, and there's a lot of pollen and dust.
Getting a little bit of a hiss here and there.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. My laptop kind of
It's not the fizzle from the ginger ale, I don't think.
fizzle on your shizzle.
Christine in North Carolina says a very deep, kind, and loving note. Sorry for your loss, and thanks for sharing this with us. And Jane in Sweden, sorry for your loss. And Thomas Martin says, what a beautiful tribute to Nina and Mona in Louisiana. Sorry for your loss, T-Bear, and hugs. Kathleen in New York City, who works for the Mets. Prayers, and Mary Bishop, sorry for your loss. She's in Florida. Linda in Florida, the same. And Maureen in Arizona. May Nina be resting in God's peace. Beautiful words from our lovedies, Alessandra as well, and Juanita in South Africa. So sorry for your loss. Hello, T-Bear, Jim, and Lovely Squad. Very beautiful. So obviously, that changes things a little bit. You were able to really do such a beautiful job with this album. That obviously with this is obviously a real source of inspiration, the story. What other sources of inspiration do you call upon to create the great music that you do? What are some of the things? I would imagine you're an observer of life, T-Bear, huh?
I am, and I want to say that one of the blessings, if there's ever been a blessing, I don't know how to put this. Well, let me try it this way. We've gone through this COVID world, and we've gone through this thing where we had to be inside for a long time. After Nina passed, I didn't really want to be in the, in our home a lot because it was so silent, and but I was forced to because the year and a half of COVID, you got to be home, you can't go out, you can't go into clubs. I'd have my food delivered, things like that. But it forced me to kind of take a look inside at myself. I started getting into meditation. I started learning about authors and reading, and it also, brought me back to the thing that I love, music. And one of the things that I did was I started writing a lot of music. Not only did I start writing a lot of music, but I wrote a pilot for a TV series. I wrote an 18-minute animation.
Wow.
About a kid in 1951 that leaves an abusive alcoholic father. His mother's passed away. He's got a abusive alcoholic father, and he runs away from home and gets on the train. He's in Homestead, Florida, and he gets on a train in the middle of the night, and in the morning they put him off the next stop because he doesn't have enough money to carry on the train. And he gets off, and it's really dark, and all of a sudden the sun starts coming up, and he looks around and he hears a big thump, 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 and an elephant walks by, and then a horse goes by, and he looks across the street and he sees a sign, and it's getting light now. And the sign says, "Winter home of the greatest show on earth, Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus." And 1951, and he goes across the street. He's only like 11 or 12 years old, but he ends up joining the circus and living there the rest of his life. So that's an 18-minute animation that I'm working on right now.
Wow.
So this whole COVID event, as hard as it's been, it's also, makes you kind of want to get creative and want to do. And what I've done during that whole year is every Tuesday I do a thing called Live from the Bear Cave on Facebook, and then I put it on my YouTube channel. And I spend a half an hour live at the piano, which is, kind of right over here.
There she is.
Yeah, at the piano, and, and do songs and talk about things for people. Then I do another thing called the Bear Facts, which is my version of what you do. And I have all those guests that have played on my album that I've known in all my life. The Stephen Stills, the Robbie Kriegers, the Edgar Winters, all those people have shown up and been guests on my show. And then on Thursday night, I do a Throwback Thursday, and I do songs that aren't mine, that people can identify with, that they've grown up with. For the person in Louisiana who's on your show tonight.
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that
Couple of lovelies.
that last week, what I did is I did a Jimmy Webb song called Wichita Lineman for that show, and I dedicated it to all the linemen that have come to Louisiana after
The hurricanes, Ida, and
right, and they're all working there from all over the country. They've come there, so I did a song for them. I saw it on CBS. Steve Hartman on the road. He did a piece on that, and inspired me to throw my little hat in.
So have you been able to travel and go into any studios at all, or are you doing a lot of recording of things happening at home?
A lot of stuff happening at home. I've been in the studio at the start of the pandemic because I wrote a song called "One Day at a Time" that we could all get through this together.
Yeah,
and put that out, and let's see what else. I've been in the studio to do the Grammy Museum piece. I went in the studio, did a live show for them with the band. And then I've only done like 3 or 4 gigs. I went to Mammoth, did the Mammoth Blues Festival over the summer, and I'm playing in LA Thanksgiving weekend at a club called the Mint, which is a Saturday night gig on the 27th. And then I'm going to be in New York and playing the Iridium. And
Iridium's a great place. Yeah. Last time I was there, my friend Rain Pryor was performing. Richard Pryor's daughter. Do you know Rain at all? Work with her? She's fabulous.
I know Rain. Yeah, I belong to the same tribe as her, and
Raspin Stewart was on just the other night. You know Raspin?
Yes.
Yeah, yep. He had said hello as well. He said, "You're gonna have my buddy T Bear on." Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? The other thing that I've done over the years is I've given back to, tried to give back. And one of the ways I gave back was, through clean and sober events.
Tell us about that. Yeah. I know that, helping people with addiction is really important to you and near and dear to your heart. Tell us about that.
Well,
and kudos to you for taking the time to do that, because there's a lot of people that are in need of help.
There's a lot of people out there that have gotten lost or through painful episodes in their lives, have looked other ways to satisfy their pain. And one of the things that I did was, and this is a long time ago, on February 8th of 1983, marked the last day or the beginning of my life to be clean and sober. And, it was around the time when it was not hip to be clean and sober, but I did it. And 38 and a half years later, I'm here because of that. And
was it a cold turkey, I had enough situation for you, or
had hit my bottom? That was, I knew it. That was it.
I had heard from somebody that works in they deal with alcohol issues, people that have been involved in drunk driving, things of that nature, corrections and all. And they had said something that getting off alcohol is actually sometimes even harder in terms of the withdrawals than some drugs, just because of what it does to the system.
Yeah, I know that, he's been very vocal about this, but Eric Clapton once said to me, it was harder kicking the bottle than it was heroin. And
that's what I've heard, right, from experts that.
And so what I did was I started to go to some of these meetings where, we're just musicians, the musicians meetings. And, we started having these men's groups, and then a mixed group with women and men. And then we started having these once a year, an outdoor picnic kind of party called the Musicians Picnic. And it became to a very large event. I remember the 10th annual picnic. it was out in Malibu, and almost 5,000 or a little over 5,000 people showed up to that picnic. And what we did is, one of the ways we gave back is we raised money to put musicians that had no third-party insurance into detox, or into halfway houses and things like that. And I started working with a group of people called MAP, the Musicians Assistance Program. And there was a fellow there named Buddy Arnold who started that, and helped start the musicians meetings. And I followed him in. And when he passed on, it morphed into a thing called Music Cares. And Music Cares is now an arm of the Grammys. It's a charitable organization that the Grammys have, and so I feel like I've been a little part of that, and I constantly, give back to Music Cares and to that kind of a charity. So I like that. I like giving back. I like being part of something that that means a lot. So I will continue to do that. I have some events coming up in the next 2 years, as soon as this COVID thing slows down, to take the musicians picnics in LA to another level, kind of a sober fest. And so we're talking about doing that, and perhaps doing it at the Hollywood Bowl or the Greek Theater, and maybe in the Northwest Soberfest, the Southwest Soberfest, things like that. So I intend to do that, and try to make it possible for people to see that they don't have to get loaded to be able to play music and have fun. And because this fentanyl thing is the guy that cuts my hair just died from a fentanyl overdose. And it breaks my heart, a guy named Kyle Mathis. And, he was just playing with it. He wasn't addicted, but it was an accidental overdose, but he died because of that. So, this stuff is not forgiving. So we have to be very, 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 very careful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, T-Bear. I think you've inspired a lot of people through sharing that. And again, giving back is one of the best things anybody could do. And obviously you're doing it from your own understanding of the issues and your own experience. And, I keep saying, I hope we come back from this situation of COVID and pandemics and all the craziness that's happened over the last 2 years, more kinder, empathetic, less divisive, more unified, and we listen to one another, and everybody's invited to the table. We really, really need that. The world spins a lot smoother, the earth on its axis, when we are unified, and there's more harmony and more balance and empathy. And I think people are realizing that. It's a really important part of what life's all about. Life is precious. Life is short, as we know. We've seen that, through this pandemic and elsewhere. So great stuff there, T-Bear. Beautiful that you're doing that. Some other things, going back in the career a little bit, tell us about some of the other, I mentioned in the introduction, but some incredible highlights that you've had working with extraordinary people and throughout your own career.
Well, I like, for example, let's see. I was doing a record with Gene Simmons, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to send a car for you, and you'll be going. You need your passport, and we're going to go to England." And so I showed up. The car showed up. I got in the car. We go out to the airport, and he's standing there with Cher. He's starting to date Cher at the time. And, I've always been a Cher fanatic. I mean, I just love her. And so I was more excited to meet her than hang out with him. And he said, "Okay, we're going on the Concorde today." So
just like that. Just like that.
He just organized.
You're going to have more than peanuts and ginger ale on that flight.
Oh, so I got to fly on the Concorde back and forth a few times over to Europe, that was one of the bonuses of that. I'll never forget that. That was kind of fun. I sat in between Frank Perdue, the Chicken Man, and
Oh yes, Frank Perdue, yeah.
and let's see if you can guess who the other guy was. He filled 2 seats, okay, and he was a large man, and his famous quote was "Rosebud" from a movie.
Oh boy, I always enjoyed him. And there are some, I have the Dick Cavett collection of DVDs, and Decades runs the Dick Cavett show as well, re-airs the Orson Welles.
Right. I was going
Wow.
to see who could guess one of
Orson Welles, yes.
Between Frank Perdue and Orson Welles.
All you needed is a vegan and you'd be all set in the front seat.
I got to meet Frank Sinatra. Here's the high point of my career. I was playing a gig in New York City, and right down from this gig, Frank Sinatra was shooting a movie called Contract on Cherry Street, and they were setting up the scenes, so they had like an hour and a half break, and so all these guys walk into this club that I'm playing in, and I'm at the piano, and there's like drums and bass, and guitar. And I'm playing, and all these like a whole crew of guys come in with this guy, and I didn't really notice him, but you know, at my break, one guy comes over, kind of a big guy, and he says, "Hey, there's somebody here wants to meet you." And the guy that came over,
that could always go either way.
over to me was Jilly Rizzo, and he was like the right-hand man of Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
He brings me over to meet Frank Sinatra, and I'm just gobsmacked. And I come over, and he says, "Hey," Frank says, "Kid, come sit down over here near me." And I sit down, and he says, "I've enjoyed what you're doing, but I want to give you some advice." I said, "Yes, sir, Mr. Sinatra. I'm just such a big fan. I just love your records." And he says, "Wait, we're not going to talk about me. I want to talk about you." And I said, "Okay." So I zipped it, and he says, "I got one word of advice for you, and you'll go a long way." And I said, "Well, what's that, Mr. Sinatra?" He says, "Word for you, breathe. You need to breathe.
Breathe.
Just breathe." The phrasing gets easier. The timing, you stay on the back side of the time as opposed to right on it or the front side.
Yes.
Everybody's waiting for you to come up with that punchline, and there it comes. If you breathe.
It's so true, right? And from the diaphragm, we say that often on this show. Yes. It makes a world of difference. So after Frank Sinatra said that to you, have you been following that advice?
Only a lot. Only a lot.
I remember a story when Don Rickles was at a restaurant and Frank was at another table, and Don at that time was trying to impress the young lady that he was with, and he saw Frank over there, so he had I guess at some point he was able to get Frank and pull him aside and say, "Hey, before you leave, can you come over to the table and just say hello? Just you're Frank Sinatra. Just come over and just wave hello. I would love that, because I'm trying to impress the young lady I'm with." So he goes, okay, Don. All right. Go, go back, sit down. Go ahead. So when Frank's leaving the restaurant, the Italian restaurant, he comes over to the table and says to Don, "Hey, Don, it's good to see you. How are you?" He goes, "Frank, can't you see that I'm busy here?" That's Don Rickles.
Yeah, he was one of a kind. He truly was.
Yeah. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah,
You know,
they're talking about the sandwich that you were in. You got Frank Perdue on one side, Orson Welles on the other side. I mean, this is incredible. And Gene Simmons all in one flight. Gary in Iowa did want to know, and good to see you, Gary Troyer. Gary's one of our faithful as well. Love it.
hey, Gary.
He goes, how was it flying on the Concorde? What was that like?
You know, it was amazing because it flies at like almost 60,000 feet,
Yeah.
which is twice as high as a normal airplane. And the windows are very small on the Concorde. They're not large windows, but when you look out the window, you just start to see the curvature of the Earth at 60,000 feet. You can just make that out. And if you look up, the sky's black. It's starting to become black. So, you know, you're kind of looking towards space. And if you happen to look down from the window and see another plane 30,000 feet below you, it's crawling.
Yeah.
Doing 600 miles an hour, but you're doing 2,200 miles an hour. So that's what it was like on the Concorde. Very small plane, only 4 seats across, and they were very small seats.
Incredible. So, yeah, well.
But 3 hours and 20 minutes, you were from JFK to Heathrow.
Isn't that unbelievable? Gee, that's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we got some cool photos here too that I wanted to show that we just sort of dug up, and maybe you could tell us. It looks like you're in the studio and you're working with some folks.
Oh yeah.
What do we have here? Looks like a happy bunch. Is this before or after the production was wrapped or started?
That's during, and I'll tell you, there's one of the guys is. Let's see, I'm standing next to Benmont Tench from the Heartbreakers, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Next to him in the blue plaid shirt is Hutch Hutchinson, the bass player with Bonnie Raitt for 30 years. The guy to his side with the kind of salt and pepper hair, that's Lawrence Juber.
Oh, yeah, he was a guest on our show. He's awesome.
Yeah, that's Lawrence. And Lawrence and I play in the same band, by the way, currently.
Yeah. Yes.
And then there's the guy that produced my album, Tony Bronigal, who is the drummer, happens to be the drummer of the year for the last few years in the Memphis Blues Awards. And then all the way next to me is a guy called Josh Sklar, who was with Etta James for 25 years, a guitar player and musical director. So that was that was the crew that was cutting some tracks one day. All really great musicians.
Great. Yeah.
Krieger. Oh, in the red in the front is Robbie Krieger from the Doors.
Yeah.
And if you look at the very back of the wall, it's all doors hung on.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, I saw the banjo and the guitar first, but I didn't realize the Doors. That's cool.
Behind Lawrence Juber, who's also there in the salt and pepper hair, behind him is Denny Sylwell, who's the founding member of Wings. He
yes,
started Wings. And then all the way in the very back, a New Yorker, now, or been for the, 30 years, is a guy called Will Lee, and the Letterman band in the, the most, and the CBS Orchestra.
Yes.
He played for Letterman for 30 years. He also was playing a lot of great musicians there.
Absolutely. Yes. A lot of talent, great lineup of musicians, all in one photo. I know. Really cool stuff.
Oh, there's, we got me and Edgar Winter, and we were doing a song, and a guy called JJ and Tony Bronigal, my producer. And we were working with Edgar that day, and he decided to play sax on one of my records. And he played on a single that was out this year called River of Resurrection. And, the song is, I want to go to the river of the resurrection where everybody gets a second chance, and we got to learn how to live together We got to love one another if we're going to learn to love it all. So that, that was a really good session.
Cool stuff. Yeah. Really cool. Great group of people. And, everybody just really, here's another one here.
See, who's that there? Oh, yeah, there's another crew. There's like Reggie McBride, who was with Stevie Wonder for a long time. And Tony Bronigal, myself, Michael Dumas, who's engineer, and looks like Joe Sublette in the back, who was Stevie Ray Vaughan's roommate for years. Great sax player. He plays with Kenny Wayne Shepherd now.
Very cool. And T-Bear is going to share some music with us as well. He's at the piano. I just want to show a couple more cool things we have here. Speaking of which, look at this.
That's the thing we were doing for the Grammy Museum.
Yes, and I can see Lawrence there in the bottom right. Yep.
And Jerry Vivino, who was on the Conan show for 25 years.
That's right. That's right. And who's this dapper fellow?
There I am, trying to look like Dr. in a suit.
Booyah. There you go. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like this shot too.
Oh, that's River of the Resurrection. That's Edgar Winter playing the sax on that.
Really nice. And this one, that's a cool one.
That's a shot when I just come back from Austin, Texas, where my kids live. And
Austin, that's a great place. Austin is just, I was there for a PBS conference and convention, and because on PBS they have Austin City Limits, and all the music that's in Austin is incredible. They just open up the doors and out comes the music everywhere. It's incredible. What do we have there? Is that coming from that?
That picture is the one you just showed, is this beverage. That's a T-Bear beverage. Yeah. If you go back to me now, that's a beverage that you can drink. Somebody made a T-Bear beverage.
What are the flavors? What is it?
Peach. It's like peach sparkling water.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. That's great. Here's another. Give It Up.
That went #1 in the Netherlands.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the one. It's a funny story about this. I think your folks might enjoy this. So I'm playing with Stephen Stills. We're finishing the tour, and this is going back 25, 30 years ago in New Orleans. And he and I write this song called Give It Up. And we go and put it on a cassette, just a little demo that he and I are doing together, just a writing demo. And I forgot entirely about this song. And I was going through some stuff at my studio. I got a studio. It's in a airplane hangar. And I'm going through all these boxes, and I see this shoebox buried under a bunch of stuff. And I pull the shoebox out, and I look, and I see it's got a bunch of cassettes in it. Now, cassettes, I don't know if you guys remember what a cassette is.
I have thousands of them, and I still listen to them, and they sound fantastic.
They sound amazing. I still have a cassette player and cassettes.
So do I, and turntable and the boombox and real speakers that are like 5 feet high, and the Onkyo receiver and all of that. Yep.
And so I pull out this cassette. It says on it, Stills. It's a white cassette with a piece of tape with like a marker that says Stills. And it's underneath it says Give It Up. And I'm going like, what the hell is that? So I put it in the cassette player and I play it. And I'm listening and I go, wow, that's a good song. That's a really good song. So we were in the studio at the time, and I went over to the studio. I played that for everybody. I said, here's the next one we cut. So we ended up cutting that. And Then I called Steven up. I said, guess what I found, Steven? He says, what? I said, I found that song that we wrote in New Orleans. He says, what song? I said, well, you're going to play guitar on it. So
that was
sure as shit. He, I made him get his guitar, and we went up to his house and in his studio, and over at Fort Stills, and we cut it there, and it came out great. And it's a really good song. That's on the album Fresh Bear Tracks. All you folks out there and all over the world, you can get a Fresh Bear Tracks album. And
is it on Amazon, or where can you find it?
It's on Amazon. It's on iTunes. You can digitally download it, or you can get it, or get a, there's no cassettes, but you can get a CD of it. And lots of very cool stories on the CD, and a lot of notes and some pictures and things like that I think you'll enjoy. And let's see what else. Yeah, and if I'm on a label called Quarto Valley Records that I want to plug right now, and Quarto Valley Records is a small boutique label that a guy called Bruce Quarto decided to make a record company, and so he's signed me. He signed Paul Rogers from Bad Company, the lead singer, Edgar Winter, Kim Simmons from Savoy Brown, Sean Chambers, and a band called The Immediate Family, which is Lee Sklar and Waddy Wachtel and Danny Kuchmeyer. And those are the guys that played with Carole King, Jackson Brown, Don Henley, great musicians, James Taylor. And so he signed all these bands, and he signed all these people that, he allowed us an opportunity to come back into the limelight and come back into the world. And so he heard my album, and he kept coming out to the write-off room and seeing me with the Route 66 band. And he went, you need to make a record. I said, I have made a record. He said, well, hear it. So I sent it over to him, and he went, hey, I want to put this out. I want it on my label. And I said, okay. So it was one of those things,
That's incredible, huh?
All the planets aligned,
Yeah. You've had quite a few, as we call them here on the Jim Master Show Live, pinch me moments in your life, huh? Some real... The room that you're in is fantastic. They've been commenting about it. Just all the different things behind you. Is that shelves of records and everything there?
Let's see.
I'm sort of... Edward R. Murrow, and this is Person to Person on CBS, and we are now at the home of T-Bear. Look at that. Tell us what we're seeing. Wow.
There's a Cher gold record. There's a Blues Brothers gold record, or platinum record, another Blues Brothers, a Crosby, Stills, and Nash, a bunch of Kiss albums. This is where I write all my songs right here, right there at that piano. This is where Nina did her homework, on the other side of the piano, right there. And yeah. Oh, here's a drumhead signed by Ringo that I have up on my wall.
Very nice. Wow.
Squire and Gary Wright and Hamish Stewart and all those guys. And yeah, this is my living room. My cat, by the way, you guys wanted to know where my cat was. My cat's asleep right now. I fed her before the show, and she's nodded out. And I have a cat, and I have a plastic dog. This is Nipper.
Looks a little bit like the RCA Victor dog, huh?
When I was signed to RCA, yeah.
That's the one. Wow.
That's right. That's what they gave me.
Wow, cool.
They gave me a dog.
That's funny.
Yep.
But not the Victrola to go with it, huh?
No, didn't get the Victrola.
So we're getting a nice little tour of
so we got
the T-Bear Palace.
Bear.
That's the Bear Cave.
Do you guys want to hear a song?
Yes, absolutely. I know we've been teasing them as they learn about your story, but first, tell us about that beautiful instrument that sits before you, T-Bear.
Okay, well, what I've been using to write all the songs is a Yamaha Clavinova, and what's great about this is it has all kinds of instruments in it digitally, as well as drums and you could even have background vocals and things like that. So I've been writing on this, and then I have a microphone. I got
very nice.
Yeah, I don't know if you can you hear me talking now?
Yeah, it sounds really good. It's very bassy and deep and very voice of God.
I'll put the now let me know if you can see me on this.
Yeah, we'll do a full screen too. Here we go.
Let's see. How's that? Does that work for you?
It's a very cool angle. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you going to play?
Off the album, one of the things that made Nina fall in love with me was a song called "Love to Be Lonely," and she was doing her homework, and I was playing this. Can you hear that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so we'll do a little bit of Love to Be Lonely. It's on the album. People are funny, aren't they strange? Love to be lonely, love running around them silly games. We love them silly games. And you love to be lonely, you love to be blue, don't you? Now the earth is a circle spinning around. People keep fighting, they won't stop till they cut each other down. Won't stop till they're down. And we love to be lonely, and we love to be blue, don't you? And I've been around this world forever, locked in my hideaway. Like a faded old photograph, joke without a laugh, in the one act play. Cause people are funny, aren't they strange? Love to be lonely, love running around them silly games. You love them silly games. And we love to be lonely, and we love to be blue, don't you? And we love to be lonely, cause we love to be blue, don't you? People are funny, aren't they strange? People are funny, aren't they strange? There you have it.
That was amazing, my friend. That was Bravo. That's a really beautiful song.
Thank you.
That really is a beautiful song. And your voice too, Ever the singer as well. Really nice. I want to just show you some of the
I don't know if you noticed that I was breathing.
You were breathing, and that makes all the difference in the world. I have to do that as well, or I would lose words within a second. I just want to show you some of the cool comments coming in from our lovedies worldwide. Mary in Florida, great song, T-Bear. Absolutely. Toby says, soothing. Absolutely. And great song. And there's a lot more coming in. Jen Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Good magical, Bear. Thank you. Jen is Zen. Merlin in Ontario, Canada. Love it, T-Bear. Juanita in South Africa. Beautiful song. Thank you for sharing. Christine Clifton. Incredible lyric. Bravo. Wonderful from Kathleen in New York City. Sherry in Kansas. Beautiful song. And people are funny, awfully strange. Yes. And there's a lot of truth to the words too. Now that was simply lovely. Thank you, T-Bear. And Toby had said in the beginning, get out your tissues. And sure, thanks, Bear. Really fantastic. And that is on that album, huh?
That's on the album. That's right.
How would you describe, I mean, you've done so many different things and so many different styles of music with so many different stylists, performers and arrangers and composers and other fellow musicians and singers. This particular album, how would you describe it for folks who are going to now run and get it? Because our audience is very proactive.
Okay. This is how I would describe this album. When Bruce Quarto was going to sign me to the label, he flew in a bunch of people that worked for his label and wanted them to have lunch and meet me. And so they asked me, they said, well, how would you describe this record? I mean, why did you make this record this way? And I said, simply because I wanted to make a record for a certain niche of people. This is not a kid's record. This is not a hip hop record. This is, there are some great rock and roll grooves on this record. There are some great blues and soul on this record. It's if Sting and Joe Cocker and Randy Newman had a baby, it would be this record. And I think the best way to describe it is I made it for adults. I made it for people that like music. Okay. If you were one of the people that used to go to the record store and you would buy a record, take it home, pick it up in your hands.
Yes.
Right now, here's like an original Red Hot and Blue album. And you'd look at it and you'd take it in your hands and you'd open it up and you'd go and read the liner notes and you wanted to know all about, what is this record about? You would just grab it and I'm just like looking up here. Here's a Tom Petty album, so I'd look at it and I went, wow, this is produced by Tom Petty and Jimmy Iovine and engineered by Shelley Yakis. And there's Mike Campbell. He's a guy in the band. And there's Bet Montaigne. Wow, he played on my record. So I say, if you love music,
hours and hours spent digging in the bins at Tower Records.
If you love music, okay, then this was made for you. Okay, if you want to hear a record where somebody carries the torch for Tom Petty, for Joe Cocker, for Dr. John, for all the people that we've lost, okay, and you want that kind of music, and you want to be able to really get behind the lyrics, Leonard Cohen, it's that kind of a record. I mean, it's got the spoken word on it, Wonderland, which is about me trying to kick drugs in Laurel Canyon in 1982. It's from a poem I wrote called Malice in Wonderland. So there's that, you know, and then you can go to Give It Up with me and Stephen Stills and Stephen playing on it, River of Resurrection with Edgar Winter playing on it, and Wonderland, the spoken word one with Robbie Krieger playing on it. And you know, you go through the track by track by track by track by track, and there's something on this record for everyone. I can guarantee that, because it's being played on iHeartRadio, smooth jazz. It's being played on the Tom Petty Sirius station by by Bent Montench and by Steve Ferroni, that are DJs and his band members that run his, that are DJs on the Sirius FM station. It's being played all over England and on Radio Caroline and in France and in the Netherlands. It's
incredible, isn't it?
Something, yeah, there is something on this record for everyone. Okay.
Yeah, it's speaking to people. People are relating to it and connecting with it.
That's it. And the problem is, because of COVID, we have not been able to go out and play live and support the record. It was really funny because when I played over the summer, the Mammoth Blues Festival, there were 3,000 people there. When I finished the show, people didn't know who I was, because, I haven't been around for 20 years or 25 years. But when I finished playing live, there was a line of 100 people wanting to buy the record or the CD at the table where you do merchandise and stuff like that. And that was beautiful. That was people that really connected with music. And so this is a record, and this is a piece of music for people that have a relationship with music. Mm. If you have a relationship with music, if you're in the car and music helps you through rush hour, or you're getting your heart broken and you put something on that helps soothe it, or you want to just dance, or you're cooking in the kitchen. I remember with Nina, I'd come over to her house and she'd be cooking, and I would hear rock and roll. I'd hear David Bowie or the Stones or the Who a block away. It was like sound check in her apartment. There was always music going on. So that's it. And music to me is a universal language. It's a language that everyone understands.
Yes.
It may not be Italian or Polish, mm-hmm. or Swahili or, Urdu, whatever. But you listen to a song, even if it's South African music or world music or Jamaican music or, guess what?
You. Right.
Tap your foot.
It's very healing too.
Very. So it's the language that everyone understands. So this is an album I made for people that have a relationship to music and enjoy the language of music.
Is this, you've done a lot. Is this one of your finest?
This is the best album I've ever made. No question. I can look you straight in the eye and go, this is the best album that I've ever recorded or made in my life. This is hands down. I made some good records. This one is the best. There's more soul in this record. There's more, love. There's more heartbreak. There's more authenticity. There's genuine work. It's like nobody from the record company. There used to be, guys that would come from the record company, the A&R people, and they'd say, we want you to make a record sound a little like Billy Joel, or we want you to make a record sound a little bit like, Bob Seger, or we want you to make a record sound a little bit like, Doobie Brothers or this or that, and that's because that was the flavor of the month.
Flavor of the month, right.
And these guys wanted to keep their jobs, so they had to make records like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't signed to a label when I started this record. I was my own A&R guy. So I got to make the record that I wanted to make. I got to make the music that I wanted to play, and I got to hire the people that I wanted to play on it. Nobody forced anything down my throat or made, said, let's do a little more blues on this record. Let's do it.
Right.
That was it. It was up to me.
You knew what you wanted, and you stuck to your guns, and nothing was going to stop you. Do you see more of that coming from T-Bear?
I know more of that's coming because the truth of the matter is, I've gotten a taste of this.
Yeah.
Right, to satisfy my soul.
Right.
And, I've written. I'm not going to, I'm not being, arrogant or pompous about this, but in the last 18 months of being, at home with writing all the things that I've written enough material for 2 albums. And, and also some of my best stuff now is coming out. I just finished writing a song called The Ballad of Jd Salinger, which is all about Jd Salinger, the guy that wrote the, Catcher in the Rye. And I'm writing things like that. I wrote a beautiful blues song called Jewel. And I used every chord that Leon Russell had in his songbook. I thought,
I love that.
Thought that would be fun and an honor to him. And, I've really enjoyed writing a bunch of songs. I've been writing. I've also been writing with some different people. Eva Marie Frederick, who does the camera work and is my partner on the Live at the Bear Cave show. She's been writing some lyrics with me, and that's been really fun. And she's very talented. And so, I think the best work that I've ever done is out there right now, soon to be followed up with more of the best work I've ever done.
That is fantastic. Really fantastic. There's somebody here that's been sort of watching and listening throughout the entire show, T-Bear, and legend. And he usually pops in towards the latter part, and he just wanted to say that he thoroughly enjoyed all of this, and he wishes you nothing but the best. And he said you knocked it out of the park. Mr. George Burns is with us tonight.
Hey!
There he is.
God is here.
Yeah, God is here. That's exactly right. God is here. Dapper with his cigar and his bow tie and his red hanky. He gives you a thumbs up, and he said, continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. Even George says, cigar and all, continue to breathe. Cool stuff, huh?
It's been really fun pollinating in your garden.
I like that. Fun. That's a great expression. I like that. Didn't do a song with that titled yet, huh? I love pollinating in your garden.
I love pollinating in your garden.
It sounds like a song for young love for sure, huh?
Absolutely.
That's it. So exciting things ahead, and you're doing well, and you're in good spirits and good health.
Oh, yeah.
Made it on through, and continuing to share. What are some of those blessings and joys in your life that continue to spur you on? I mean, you could easily say, look what I've done 40 plus years. I've been everywhere. I've done so much. Now I'm just going to kick back and put my feet in the sand and just look at the sun setting. That's not you, is it? That's not you.
No, it's not me. What I see for me in the future is to continue to give back, because I can't keep what I have unless I give it away.
Yes.
And not to constantly be asking, where's mine? Because that's not what it's about. I just want to put smiles on people's faces. I just want to, share the love, and do what God gave me the gift to do.
Right.
And everybody's important. I'm writing a Christmas song right now called Christmas on the Row, meaning Skid Row.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Seeing it from the perspective of somebody that's down there.
Yeah.
On the row. seeing what Christmas is like, for that person.
Yeah.
How he's the person that, you see him every day on the corner or on the exit that you get off on the highway, and you never look him in the eye.
Yeah.
That
Right.
kind of. So I want to continue to write things that are important and things that are authentic, and and continue to have the kind of life that Nina wanted me to have. I want to never have to cancel another gig. I want to go out and have a lot of fun. I want to play great music. I want to record great music, and I want to fall in love again. And and that's what my life is going to be for. And here's my cat. Here's my cat.
Ah,
come on, Delilah.
The cat might be jealous because the cat heard you say, I want to fall in love again. And the cat said, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Who do we have there, T-Bear?
That's Delilah. That's Delilah. She's a rescue cat from Compton. What? You're going to get fed. She's saying, get off the show and feed me.
Enough with the levity. I want food. Yeah. Right. Merlin in Canada says, thank you, T-Bear, for joining us tonight. Juanita in South Africa, great conversation, music and stories. Thank you for spending time with us. Gary Troyer in Iowa, thank you, T-Bear, for being here in Levity Hall, which is another name for the Jim Masters show. Thank you for the conversation. And that was from Mona. And nice to meet you. Come back and see us here on the show. Very interesting person. Mary Bishop and Mona is in Louisiana. Mary's in Florida. Thank you for sharing your stories, music, T-Bear. Great show. Thanks again. Having my friend T-Bear on your show. Jim Masters, absolutely. Toby and Sherry Larson, thank you for joining us tonight. Love your music and voice. Can't wait to see where you go from here. And that's really, really cool. And Maureen says in Arizona, what an incredible journey you've had so far, T-Bear. You have such a kind heart. May your career continue to soar. Thank you for being with us this evening here on the show. Thomas Martin, also in Louisiana, says Richard and Jim, thank you both for a fun show. Thank you, Thomas. Hope you'll join us again here on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We're here every day. This is actually our 500th episode. This episode tonight. We're going to do a celebration, on another show, but this is actually our 500th episode.
Happy birthday, Jim.
Thank you very much. It's been a lot of levity and a lot of talking to the max, and all fantastic. Toby says, T-Bear knows how I feel. Thank you. Absolutely. Tova, thank you for watching as well. Hope you'll join us again here on the Jim Masters Show live on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Great show with T-Bear. Thank you, Tova. I appreciate that. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
I want to thank Toby for introducing.
Yes.
Toby.
500, they're saying. I know, I can't believe we've done 500 shows since May of 2020. 7 days a week, just about. T-Bear, thanks for sharing your life and stories, music with us. You are genuine and talented. I like your outlook on life. Playing live for us was a treat. You're fabulous. Wish you more success. Absolutely. I second that emotion. And they are all loving Delilah as well. Delilah is a hit. Pretty kitty. Delilah. Once they see the pet come on, you become second fiddle, T-Bear.
Oh, second fiddle to the cat.
Second fiddle to Delilah.
Yeah. There's
so they can go again to iTunes, Amazon, and all the usual places to get the album. And of course, we'll show that again. And I hope the show met whatever expectations you had, my friend, and you enjoyed the time with me as much as I did with you.
Thank you for your doing your homework and asking me the important questions and being a great host and having such great energy. I love being on your show, and I look forward to having you on my show. And we'll do some things together in the future for sure.
I look forward to that. Yes. I look forward to that.
The Iridium, you come to the show.
Yes, absolutely. And I'd spread the word for us about our show. If you have any buddies you think would like to pop on, now that you've experienced our Jim Master show levity and the way it works, sort of Carson Dick Cavett style a little bit with a modern twist, we'd love that too. You're the best, my friend. I normally tell the guests now go stretch their legs, but you're doing that already, so you're ahead of the game.
Time to feed the cat.
Time to feed the cat. That's it. Doesn't get any more personal than that, than cat feeding.
He's right now.
You can hear he's like ready to go. Thanks, my friend. Good luck with everything. Congratulations again on the album and everything. All the great music you've been a part of all these years and continue to be a part of for all of us. And really, really cool stuff. And we love it. So we're actually seeing the feeding going on.
Done. Now she'll shut up.
And now I guess that takes our foodie shows to the next level. We've done foodie shows, and I guess that does it. Now we saw the cat being fed. You be well, my friend. Again, thanks for all the time and being so open and authentic and sharing the stories and the music with us. We really appreciate it, and we'll keep that porch light on for you. You're welcome back anytime, okay?
You got it. You got it.
You have a great night and take care, all right? Blessings and joy continued your way.
So much.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. T-Bear, live and direct from Los Angeles, California. Maybe this is the first time you're familiar with T-Bear, but you know the music. You've heard the music. You've heard the collaborations with some of the other amazing artists. Maybe you're familiar with him. But what we do here is go a little bit deeper sometimes. You got a chance to really not just know the name and know the songs, you know a little bit more about the person. And that's what we like to do. That's why we don't call these interviews. We call these conversations. This isn't necessarily just an interview show. This is an entertainment variety talk show series. We do everything on this show. Guests from Broadway, Hollywood, television, film, music, stage, culinary arts, sports, comedy, inspiration, science and nature, health and wellness. And we do host chats where it's just I and our viewers chatting back and forth about life. We've done 2-hour food shows, holiday theme shows. Again, it's like an old school variety talk show with interviews mixed in with celebrity friends and more. And of course, all of you, and that's what tops it off. If this is your first time watching, we welcome you to the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show Series. There are 500 episodes and counting. You can see, binge watch. They're all archived on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, for your pleasure. That's right. You can just sit back and make a sandwich and sit back and watch some of the incredible moments, poignant moments, lots of laughs, lots of levity, lots of incredible surprises, lots of entertainment, lots of inspiring conversation, lots of crazy technical things, everything. A lot of chairs too. You did get a chance to see T-Bear's chair, that nice big leather chair. That was kind of cool, huh? And he gave us a little bit tour, a nice tour of his home. And you saw some of the gold records and all the other cool stuff. Yeah, first time with T-Bear. My pleasure, Gary. And it's good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. And yes, the cat shall be fed. Always feed. That's I guess we could do a foodie show where we're just talking about feeding pets. It'd be kind of cool. Most important thing is the kitty is being fed. Yes. Yes. Love it. Great show, Jim. 500. Woohoo. Congrats. Awesome. Thank you. We'll do a special show, like a pop-up show or something, celebrating our 500, and we can chat back and forth. Maybe some of your memories. I think we'll show some of the chairs of our audience. If you want to send us a photo of your chair, the chair you sit in when you watch, we have a lot of photos that have been sent to us. You can post them in our Facebook group, The Jim Masters Show, Levity Hall. We have a Facebook group for this show, or you can send them to us. You can email them to us as well. Juanita says, another great episode. Thanks, Jim. Cherry on the cake for number 500. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Juanita. I know it's late for you there where you are in South Africa. Thank you, Jen. Your coal is demanding when hungry. Thanks, everybody. You guys are the best. T-Bear will be at the Mint on November 27th. If you're in the LA area, I hope to get another TV shoot. I got a lot of family that's on the West Coast and friends and colleagues, but I hope a TV shoot now that, hopefully COVID gets better, goes away, just goes out to sea, hopefully, that we have a TV shoot out in LA again. I was on several of them in San Francisco, LA, and San Diego before COVID, and I hope to get back out there. I have a lot of bread to break, don't I? All over the place. A lot of bread to break with everybody. Thank you, Merlin, as well. You guys are the best. Thanks, everybody. This was awesome. Another great show. Always great chatting with all of you. We work very hard behind the scenes to put all these shows together with all of these guests, all this production value and all the time spent. And it's amazing. It is like a full-time job. It really has become like a full-time job. And I have full-time jobs in television and radio, but we love doing this. We love greeting all of you and connecting. We're going to be heading to New York. Once again, our family is still up from the South visiting. So we want to get down to Long Island. He's from Yonkers, which is north of the city. For those of you not familiar where Yonkers is. Look at that light wants to get bright. I think there's like a sun flash or something. Did you see that? Oh, it was like a halo or something, I guess. We're going to be heading to further out east on Long Island to have the weekend with family and friends. However, we have some great shows lined up for you. Yes, tomorrow we'll take a look more comments and then we'll get ready to wrap. Tomorrow, he's all excited. TV, film, stage, actor, and singer Adam B. Shapiro is going to be with us. Adam was in Fiddler on the Roof and so much more. He's going to be with us 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Friday night. Country pop singer Olivia Lynn. She's only 16 years old. She's going to be with us this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, from London, England. She's very high up on the iTunes country charts. She's got an amazing voice. You're going to really enjoy it. And we have a great conversation in store as she is my special guest this Saturday at a special time, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, which will be 8 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, England, France, wherever GMT is. It'll be 8 p.m. Saturday night for folks there in Europe, 3 p.m. folks here, East Coast, Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, and noon Pacific this Saturday. I want to let you know as well, we've got some other amazing guests from the Steve Miller Band. Kenny Lee Lewis is going to be with us next week. Yes, legendary guitarist and bassist, not just from the Steve Miller Band, but many other collaborations. He's been around for a long time. He's all excited. He's going to be with us next week. He is a legend in the music industry. And again, he is the legendary bassist with the Steve Miller Band. He's going to be with us as well. Another legend, Martin Ezioni, is going to be with us. Grammy-winning record producer. He's also known as the Mandolin Man. He is incredible mandolist. He's also a bassist, and he has played with a lot of incredible groups. And we're very excited to have him on next week. That's going to be amazing. Actually, we have Connor Mcginty joining us too. No, that is at a special time. That is on Wednesday it's actually Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday. That's right. Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, from Ireland. Irish singer and songwriter musician Connor Mcginty makes his return visit to the Jim Masters Show. He has recently been wedded. Yes, he got married just a couple of weeks ago. He's going to be with us live from Northern Ireland at a special early time next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. So we're going to be live in the afternoon next Tuesday. And then we also have another show in the evening. And on that show, we have 7 two-time Tony winning producer, Doug Denoff. He's going to be with us. He's responsible for so many Broadway plays, Tony winning plays. He's a great guy, dear friend. And his father was Sam Denoff, one of the senior writers on the Dick Van Dyke Show, his dad. Knows everybody in the industry, and not just the Dick Van Dyke Show, but many other of the Hollywood hits and television series. But so we're going to talk about his dad as well. But he's going to be with us on Tuesday night, the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So some amazing guests. That's just the short list. We do have Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beaver, going to be joining us real soon as well. And lots of authors coming and chefs. And we keep variety on this show. We like to keep variety and keep really cool things happening for all of you. While you guys are there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give this episode a thumbs up on our YouTube channel. You're on the YouTube channel right now. So while you're there, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment for us as well. That really helps us big time, because when YouTube sees that, then they blast this out even further to millions and millions more. Yeah, so like and subscribe to Jim Masters TV. Like the page or subscribe to it, and then like this episode. Click that little thumbs up. And also make sure you click the notification bell when you subscribe. That way there you'll never miss any of our episodes. You'll always be alerted when we have those episodes. We thank T-Bear for joining us. What a fun show, huh? Very inspiring and poignant. Good music, great conversation, laughs, all of the above here on the Jim Masters Show Live. And we love when you guys are here with us as well. Yes, Abone Martinez. Yep, he's on our big list we have of to do. We've got a big to-do list. And are we going to do a Halloween show? Jen asks. We probably will. Thank you, Jane and Allison. Good to see you as well. And Toby, thanks again, my friend. Always great. And thanks for all the great comments, the activity and connection. Really love that as well. And Jerry O'Connor, good to have you as well. Thanks for the warm welcomes. That's what we do here on our show. I do it, and our viewers, called the Lovities, they welcome each other all the time, and then they welcome anybody new as well. Yes, Kenny Lee Lewis is joining us as well next week. And everybody hopes Jerry comes back, Jerry O'Connor. See, they want you back as one of our regular viewers and Lovities. I would love you back as well. Nice to have you here, Jerry, and everybody that's watching. Really, really cool. You followed T-Bear here. First-time viewer. Great show. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that. Hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell everybody about the Jim Masters Show Live. We really appreciate that. Spread the word. Spread the word. And we appreciate that. And welcome to the show. Congratulations on 500th show. Thank you for all you do for the show and us. Love you, Jim. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Jim, this was another fantastic show. It was a joy learning more about T-Bear's life and music and career. Oh, Jim, congrats on 500 JMS live shows. Yay. Now that's a lot of levity. Yes, it is. And we love it. Thank you very much, Christina, North Carolina. Lots of bread breaking. Yes, I have lots of bread breaking. Lisa Rodrigo, thank you very much. Congrats on 507, sending levity and hugs to you and all. Thank you very much. Sherry Larson in Kansas. Thank you, Jim. 500. Whoop, whoop. Play that number in the lottery. 500. And another great show. Congratulations on 500 fantastic shows, Jim. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for all the great comments here on the Jim Masters Show. Yes, Arizona has bread. Just saying. Yes, we will have to come to Arizona and break bread. I can't believe I haven't been to Arizona yet, Maureen. I've been to New Mexico and Nevada and California, but for some reason, nothing has taken me. And we actually have family in Arizona, cousins. So there is reason to get there. We have friends in Sedona, which is nice. And Phoenix and Tucson, my cousins in Phoenix. So cool stuff. Yeah. All right. Sometimes these lights like to just go bright and dim, I notice. Maybe it's when I move around. Jerry O'Connor says, I'm in. Awesome, Jerry. He's in. We got another new lovety here tonight, folks. Jerry O'Connor is here with us. We love it. Good night, all from Kansas with Sherry Larson. Hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Hugs to you as well. Good. And you tell everyone, Allison. Yes. Thank you very much. You've been following me for years. And now with the Jim Masters Show, here we are all together. And wow, I just love this show so much. Always fun and interesting. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you, Kathleen in New York City. I appreciate that. Not Iowa. I haven't been. Have I been to Iowa? I'm thinking about television shoots and things. Iowa. No, I haven't been to Iowa yet. I haven't been. We have family in Missouri, not far. We have a lot of family all over the country, but not to Iowa yet. So I have to. Gary and Renee Oscom and you guys in Iowa, great people in Iowa, in the breadbasket of our country, as I always say. And good night from Juanita. And Jane, I think, as well, said good night from Sweden. Home run show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's kind of cool how my hair changes every night, huh? You never know how it's going to look. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short, sometimes it's just like, how does he do that? It's a lot of work. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work. Tonight we just let it hang. We just let it hang. It just wanted to hang. So I said, I'm not going to fight it. We're just going to let it hang. All right. And it's so great hanging with all of you, wherever you are around the world. If you're watching live, thank you very much. Again, you can see all these episodes in our archives at Jim Masters TV. If you missed anything with this episode or any of the episodes, they're all there for you. Lots of cool stuff to see, great guests and more right there for you on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And while you're there, again, subscribe. We would love that. He's going to be here, TV, film, stage actor, and singer. He's fantastic. Great conversation. Lots of laughs with him. And then on Saturday, Olivia Lynn is going to be with us as well. And Columbus Day weekend coming up. Holiday weekend. This holiday weekend, Columbus Day weekend. That's kind of cool as well. All right, gang, wherever you're watching, we thank you for your time. This time till next time. We appreciate you being with us. And hope you have a good day. Good night, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are, means the world that you are here. And Maureen says, best time of day is JMS live time. Have a great night, everyone. Love and tight hugs. You got it. Tight hugs to all. Yes, Allison. Connor Mcginty is Damien Mcginty's cousin. Yes, and Damien's going to be coming back as well soon. We're working on some dates. A lot of the guests who are on want to come back, and I love that. That's a blessing. So, all right. Be well. Take care. Don't forget, as we always say, to breathe. It's really important to do that. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to share the lovity. Let's see. Don't forget to find your Zen place. Mine is with loving family and friends, of course. Loving family and friends. And also, that's paramount. That's always first. And then cycling, swimming, tennis, baseball, music, food, gardening, writing. I love it all. And my work in television, radio, stage, and film over the years also is a Zen place for me as well. Love it all. Love it all. You're watching the Jim Masters Show live on the Jim Masters TV channel, Jim Masters TV on YouTube, channel dedicated to entertaining, informing, educating, and inspiring. Thanks for being with us, gang. You guys truly are the very best. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. A couple more comments coming in. Relax. Yes, relax. And Kathleen Walker, thank you very much. Good night, Jim and Lovities. Till next time, and welcome to all the new levities. Yes, we always have new people discovering us all the time, whether they're here live or they're just quietly watching or they watch later on. Don't forget to comment on our YouTube channel as well. That helps us big time. Thank you, Christine. And everybody here, you guys are the best. Relax. Yes, relax. We do have that here. Relax. Don't forget to breathe, and don't forget to relax and take care of one another and love one another. Relax. Just like I say, and just like Allison says, she concurs. And Maureen says to Jerry, you're going to love it here. Yes, I think Jerry will. Jerry fits right into our crowd. Gang, we love you all. Take care. We're going to scoot off. Great guests again tomorrow. Adam on Friday. Olivia Lynn at an earlier time, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And a whole bevy of incredible guests next week as well. Wherever you are around the world, you mean the world to us. Jim Masters, thank you for your time this time. Till next time on the Jim Masters Show Live. Be well. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Cheers.